Hello, I am Laura Lyle. I don't own the right to this music that's playing. Oh yeah, that's my girl right here. I love her music. But anyway, I'm gonna move forward because I'm not going to be long tonight. But I do want to touch on some things. First, I want to read from my book. It's called Resurrection. As I stated on my first podcast, that resurrection is resurrecting the I ams in you. So we're gonna talk about the oneness of God. And what I'm gonna read is kind of like basing uh, from everything that has happened this weekend or this last week. And it said the oneness of God. It said public opinion will not long endure a theory which does not work in practice. Today, probably more than ever before, man demands proof of the truth of even the highest idea. To move forward, for ultimate satisfaction, man must find a principle which is for him a way of life, a principle which he can experience as truth. And then we're going to move forward. It said briefly, consciousness is the one and only reality. Laying the foundation that a change of consciousness is essential to bring about any change of expression. This is a realistic and constructive principle that works. What that means is this: you have to be open minded. You can't be biased. You can't be in the middle. You have to be either hot or cold. In any situation, you have to look at things from all aspects um, in life, period, for growth, for positive growth. And everybody entitled to their own opinion, as well as I am entitled to my own opinion, but it doesn't make it right all the time. Now, the question is, do we really know who we are as a people? Do we know? And the other question is, do you know who you are? Who are you, and do you know who you are? I've been asked that question years ago, and every answer that every time he asked me that question, it was the wrong answer. Because we think that we are physical beings. We are spiritual having a physical experience. So who am I? I am a spiritual being having a physical experience. I am clothed in flesh to be able to operate in this realm. So the other thing is, know do you know who you are, and do you know who you are? Who are you, and do you know who you are? To find out who you are, you have to go deep within. You have to go so deep within to find your true essence of self. Now, that doesn't happen overnight. That takes time because you have to unlearn a lot of stuff that has been given to us that kept our thinking in bondage. Um, our ability to think for ourselves. Everything was given to us and it has been wrong. um, all the way from our ancestors up to now. Our ancestors did what they had to do because if they didn't do what they were told to do, there were consequences behind that. So let's get into that. Let's talk about the Orange Crush. I know a lot of people had a lot of opinions about it, um, about what took place. Some like what it shouldn't go down there. Some was like, they just need to leave them alone. They don't need to go to Tybee and so forth. Okay, why they can't go? It's a public beach. Everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do, long as it's governed with in between the law. Long as you're not committing a law where it's gonna put you in trouble, you are free to go anywhere you want to go. That doesn't mean people gonna accept you willingly, with open arms. My thing is, go. Okay, let's go back. Orange Crush been around since my time. Okay, that it started in my era. All right, a little after I was born. I was born in '77. I'm 47 years old. Okay, I remember the first time I went to Orange Crush, and it was phenomenal. And traffic was jammed just like it is now. Nothing has changed. It never was getting on to the beach. Um, it never was easy going to the beach during Orange Crush. It always have been a crowd. I mean, I sat in traffic going and coming 2-3 hours, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the beach and have fun. Everybody at the beach should not be categorized as bad people. Yes, we have some people down there are awful. They don't know how to act in public, but everybody should not be put in that bubble. Everybody literally down there having a good time. I hate this stigma that they place upon us as Black men and women. I don't like it. Okay, so let's move forward. From my understanding, and I'm gonna quote from my knowledge, they have been applying for permits for years to go down for time, and they got rejected. So, I mean, some laws, I mean, they if I apply for a permit and I get rejected, why are you rejecting me? I'm trying to go about it the right way, and you still rejecting me? That doesn't make sense. What it's telling me is you don't want me there, but you don't have that right to make that decision when it's a public beach. It's a public beach. We can go. So you mean to tell me for me and my family to go? I'm a mother of 11 children. So you mean to tell me for me to take my family to the beach to have a celebration for my children, I got to go apply for a permit? Or one of my children's birthday, I got to apply for a permit? That doesn't make sense to me. So, okay, they didn't apply for a permit. They went down to the beach, but then you took all away street parking. You took away the parking that was designated for them to park in, that they pay for. Street parking is not free. They have to pay for that. And the parking, you have to pay for that. If you don't pay, oh, trust me, Tabby will send you a bill, baby. I messed around and my meter had expired. My ticket was $100. Okay, so the fees. This is what I'm saying. Everybody trying to say follow it the right way. You have to know the story. Once you comply to go about it the right way and they don't accept you, you're not breaking no law. Private beach is not a private beach. By far, it's not. And then you close down the bathrooms, the public bathrooms for beach goers. You shut it down. To me, that was just a blankly take on so many levels in racism. On so many levels. There's no other way you can paint that pretty. Now, let's go on to the civil rights section. And I don't know if a lot of you don't know about the story. I wasn't born in the time, but I've heard my grandmama talk about how they used to have to fight to go down on Tybee. They wouldn't let them down there, and but they went in droves, just like these young kids did yesterday to Tybee. They was refusing to let them dictate whether or not they can come to Tybee. It's a public beach. Why we can't come? You got to make that make sense. Okay, so I mentioned this to someone today. I said, actually, it only difference between our ancestors and them doing the walk, doing civil rights. They was just in cars yesterday. They was determined that y'all not gonna stop us. Yeah, y'all took us through all of that with the dogs, checking the cars. I mean, at some point, that doesn't really make sense to me. What was the cause for that? What was the cause for you to search my vehicle? Okay, you want to do a roadblock to check to make sure, we got our credentials, driver's license, and etc. Okay, that's bin. That's like a bin. Because you can set up a roadblock. But to check every car, dogs, I mean, that was absurd. I mean, that was just ridiculous. And something has to be done. Something clearly has to be done about that. It should not, every year, something is wrong with Orange Crush going down to the beach. It shouldn't even be like, and even coming from us as a people. What is wrong with them going down there? Okay, you got pictures of trash everywhere, but then you got pictures of them cleaning it up. Why we take one part of the picture and blow that up the hell? Oh, look how they trashed up the beach. But then you don't want to show where they actually clean the beach. I mean, come on. That doesn't make sense to me. They cleaned the beach. They went down there, they had a good time. And as far as I know, at this moment, there wasn't no issues. I mean, they had a car accident. I think they said they had to tow somebody's car or whatever. But the kids went down there to have a good time. A good time. And you got all this negative structure, this negative energy all around that. I just really think that was not cool. And I'm not going to stay on this long because I just want to voice my opinion about it. And then at the end of the day, we have rights as African American people. And if we don't utilize and operate in those rights, things like this doesn't make sense to me. You're not going to somebody's backyard. You're not going to somebody's house. You're going to a beach that the supreme being created to have a good time, enjoy yourself, enjoy the negative ions. That's what you're going to do and socialize. So why would you? They don't want me there. I'm not going. That doesn't make sense to me. A lot of y'all need to have that same attitude going down into their restaurant because they don't want you down there. They don't want you in their club, but y'all still go. Have that same attitude. They don't want your money. But for some reason, black folks find a reason to go and give them their money. They blatantly tell you. They show you. You going into an establishment at this point. Just like they shut down their establishments on Tybee. But that didn't hurt them kids. Pack your food and your drinks and go and chill at the beach. When I take my children, we don't go sit in the restaurant. We pack our sandwiches and our lunch meat and our bread, our juices, because I don't drink. Be out there for hours, enjoying ourselves. Public, you can't mix these two together. The beach ain't got, I'm sorry, the beach is a public place. It's for the public. So, I mean, it really heartened me to hear a lot of my people bashing the event. I mean, you have your, don't get me wrong, it was hurtful, but you are entitled to your opinion. You are. You entitled to how you feel, just like I am. My daughter didn't go this year. She went last year. And I told her, I said, I'm safe. I can't tell you how to be safe because safe ain't safe, but just be aware. Be aware of your surroundings to eat because you can feel when energy about to shift. You about to and I'm not just talking about our people. And just take one little negative provoke an incident and then things just get blown out of proportion. So let's get back to what else going on around here. Let's talk about this cosmos. Let's talk about the changes that's going on in the unseen world. Hello, Ernesta. Good evening. Hey, Rara. How y'all doing? But anyway, let's talk about what's going on in this unseen realm of this cosmos that's going on and that's taking place. That they are creating so much distraction um, to keep us from paying attention or to tap in it, right? Last time I was on the podcast, I shared where that Putin, the what he shared, where he released the information from out of the vault, which containing the true Messiah, right? And I always been saying this for years. I think we study the King James version by what we read. We kind of study it as a history, but the Bible is a mystery. You have to go beyond what you see. It's coded. It's in parables. It's deep. So you have to kind of get other references to reference the scripture that you're reading. So, but that's a whole nother conversation. But let's just talk about what's going on with what happened with the solar eclipse, what is actually taking place now. You see the weather, it's chilly outside. I got on the coat. I'm in my garden right now, but it's some things taking place. I don't know if people getting up in the middle of the night and waking up out of their sleep, trying to figure out why. I mean, I know why, but you waking up between 12 and 3, or sometimes 3 and 6 in the morning, looking up in the ceiling, trying to figure out what it is that you're supposed to do. Again, that's the energy. That is the spirit nudging you to get up and start meditating, start praying, whatever is familiar to you. The supreme being is trying to get your attention because you are chosen. And it's some information that's trying to be downloaded to you. I mean, it's every night for me. I got so much information. I'm still trying to write it out, put it on some slides and everything like that. Because when I come on, I want to make sure I have everything to reference what I share. But I wanted to share with you, if you're having those experience, get up. You're not just waking up for nothing, not to go to the bathroom or because you thirsty or anything like that. No, you are being nudged because you have received a message and they're trying to give it to you. You have been chosen by the Most High and they're trying to download information into you because we in a shift. Some things about to take place in 2024 and 2025, and it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. You think AT&T phone internet service and phone service shut down without a reason? You think Verizon did it without a reason? Mm-mm. Into spiritual, all that is spiritually and divine. We're going to experience a crash real soon, and they've been telling us this since 2022. But a lot of people don't tap into that energy. People talk about algorithm. You know, whatever you click on regularly, that's what's going to show up in your thread. I get a lot of information on my phone that is positive in dealing with what's going on. I follow a lot of information, good information to keep me what's going on. But they've been telling us about this crash. They also been telling you about taking your money out of the bank. It was something that was emailed to me, and it was in 2023, the beginning of 2023. It came in an email, and I don't know who the person was. I don't, but it said to me, um, you need to take your money out of the bank. And it was a video attached to it. And it had a conversation. I don't know who it was. It was a lady voice. And it said that it was going to be a crash where that on a Friday that the bank is going to close, but they're going to be closed indefinitely. And they're not telling nobody. And when you go on Monday, they ain't gonna have no idea where your money is. None whatsoever. They're not gonna even tell you that the bank, and this can happen at any moment. So if you got Alafia, Nana B, if you got money, a lot of money in your account, I advise that you move it around. Uh, I advise people to start buying gold because silver and gold is on the rise. The dollar has failed. It has failed tremendously. You wonder why we got these inflations? Because the value of the dollar has failed so tremendously. So, y'all need, I'm not gonna say y'all need to, but tap in and find out what's going on in this unseen and stuff that they're not talking about. But they're showing it to you, but everybody, oh, that ain't true. I don't believe that. Stop denouncing stuff that you don't understand. Stop demonizing stuff that you don't understand. They putting it out there. Why should we believe it once it happens? Most of the time, it's too late. It's too late. I'm giving you the information. Research your information. It was written, I think it was, I'm going to get that information. I'm going to post it in I am a group chat where that Biden signed about going to digital currency, that it was going to stop the flow of paper money. This was last year in July. He signed a bill stating that they were going to switch over to digital currency. So if they switch over to digital currency, what happens to all your cash money? What happens with it? Are it still going to be usable? It will be, because then you have to find people who want to trade with you um, with cash. Just like you're going to have to find people who will trade with you with gold. We are doing what they call a 360-degree backwards. And if we don't be careful, we'll end up getting backtracked. The negative thinking of racism, the negative thinking about the true hate, thinking that it doesn't exist, the systematic oppressing us as a people, you thinking that that doesn't exist. It does. So wake up. All of that exists. Don't think that it's over, because it's not. They have changed their way on how they maneuver and do things. And you have to stay up on that. You, it's crazy that just pay attention to Savannah. Just look at one spot, MLK. Just look at it. From downtown, you can go all the way down to Victory Drive if you want to. Not just that. Wall Street. Pay attention. It's right in our face. And we acting like we don't see it. That is so dangerous. It's like somebody got a gun to your head about to blow your brains out, and you say, "Oh no, he ain't got no bullets." You about to die. It's time. I don't even want to say it's time to wake up. We so far, we so far past waking up time. You need to get. You got to run. I mean, baby, leave shoes, socks, everything. You got to catch up. That way, oh, y'all got to get woke. No, we past that now. Sad, but it's true. You know, when I was talking about certain things, people were calling me crazy. Even now, I'm sharing stuff that I'm saying to myself, am I crazy? You know, because of the stuff that I'm seeing and the information that I'm being downloaded into me is like, oh my goodness. You think you know something, then you really don't know nothing. You be like, what have you been? So that's why they always say forever be a student. So you can always learn because learning never ends. And I mean, things are changing rapidly, y'all. And I mean, I'm just people doing bunkers. People, one guy was in the store the other day in Sam's, Caucasian. And he was behind me. He had 3 buggies. And all of a sudden, he just started talking to me. And I'm just listening because sometimes you just got to listen. He was like, yeah, you know, I'm here in the store and um, I'm getting all this stuff and I'm about to store this stuff. I'm storing it because people didn't realize something about to happen. I'm saying to myself, because that's confirmation to me. What I'm reading and what I'm receiving and researching and all of that stuff. Like, okay. He's like, yeah, you know, I got me something like a bunker. But you know how you have the attic and then you got a downstairs, you got a floor, but then you got downstairs. They call them attics. You know, you got up and down. He said, I done stock got freezers. He done got freezers. He said he got like 7 freezers with vegetables and meats, and he got canned goods and bread, not bread, canned goods, more dry good stuff, meat and stuff in the freezer. It's I'm just saying, y'all. I don't know the time. I don't know the date. All I'm just saying is beware. Y'all need to research, get your information. I know me and my family, we own it. We make it move. Um, behind the scenes, we have to because you don't. I mean, I'm a big baby. I can't get caught slipping. They're not telling us nothing, nothing at all. It, they even predict that the stock market is going to crash next month. Have y'all heard about that? Supposed to crash. The crypto dollar is supposed to drop too. Which I don't have no investment in that. So the thing is, what they're saying is, if you got stuff in the stock market and you got money and you invested in crypto, you need to take your money out. Why is it that we going? We wait till stuff happen. Now we wait till the Simpsons show an episode for us to believe it. You know what our problem is? We think that movies are fiction because they say it is. Movies predict and movies are made on things that already happened. We probably haven't come in encounter with it. Like all these robots, this cloning, and all of that stuff. Now you see AI, the robots, and you hear them talking about people being cloned. This thing, no, this stuff been out years ago. We didn't believe it was true. It's time for us to raise our consciousness and stop denouncing information because it comes. We praying to God, our highest supreme being, and saying, why you don't save me? And he said, well, I sent you the information. You ain't listen. We got to pay attention. All these different movements that you see and build, why are you buying up everything? That's one of the questions. Why are they buying up everything? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yep. Yep. I says, Alephia says, yep, absolutely. You know, why are they buying? Well, if the question is why are they buying up all our property? When I say our, I'm speaking in general, I'm talking about us African Americans. Why? They don't like us. They despise us. But why would you want something that you don't like from a person? That's something to give you to think about. I'm gonna let you think about it. I know the answer. And a lot of it don't even have anything to do with them. Because we're so disconnected from the spiritual realm and from our ancestors. To our ancestors are playing a big role in it. They are shifting us. See, we don't even realize that they are shifting us from the city. But we're so busy. We fight. It, sometimes we have to step back and really find out why things are happening the way it's happening. I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter texted me. Um, you know, because there's some stuff about to pop off, y'all. You know, in the country area and the rural areas, ain't there much frequency, internet, and all of that stuff going on as much as it is in the city. You know, I asked the question why. I got the answer. I want to know if anybody else know why. Why they buying up our land. I mean, the most dominant black areas. A lot of people say it's the buildings, it's the property, it's this, that. That's the part because first of all, we don't even know the true value of our own asset. But it's bigger than that. They might not even know they're doing it. It's bigger and deeper. You know, they doing it because they don't want you around. They want your property. They doing it because they want to move you out of the way. That's part of the plan the whole time. You know, so my thing is, y'all, like I said, I'm not going to be before y'all long because I do have some other information. I wasn't ready tonight to put it up because I got slides and all of that stuff. And I want to show y'all dealing with Christianity. Now, I know some folks is going to rebuttal. I know some folks because most of the time people just stuck in that one way and not willing or being open to learn more, learn the truth of why Christianity been formed. Okay, some people want to say Christianity been before the Europeans got to Africa. That is a bold-faced ass lie. Okay, it's not true. Religion was formed when they started slavery and all of that stuff. When they started coming and smashing our ancestors, religion was formed then. And the thing that get me is this. It was the old saying that you don't want them to know, put it in a book. They're not going to read. So my question is, why haven't you read it? Because it's in the book. Everything that they try to keep from us is in the book. The truth. I ran to it. I got so many books dealing on stuff. The one book that made me angry was How to Make a Negro a Christian. That book right there had me furious. And then I purchased the book on Jim Crow, uh, the ways of how he demonized us, not to use our mind, the suppression, I'm sorry, not Jim Crow, the Willie Lynch, you know, syndrome, the curses. And then I got the book on how to reverse the curse. You can reverse the curse, but you can't continue to operate in the things that started. And some of us is not willing to let that go. And I'm not trying to force nobody to do anything they don't want to do. But I am being summoned to release information. And I have to release it. What you do with it, by all means. But I got to put it out there. Because I'm not going to let nobody cause me to get into any trouble because I would tell information and not share information. There's no reason why information should not get out here at all because it's being told. We just shut down from truth because of the way we were brought up. And what I tell people all the time, our ancestors did what they did because they had no choice. A lot of information about their true spirituality they had to keep a secret because if they found out that they were doing certain things, they would have been killed. So if you can just open up to just that, maybe you'll be able to accept some of this other stuff. And then other information will start showing up. But just me being raised up in Christianity, my very first problem was, why is Jesus white? I couldn't understand that as a child. Why is he white? Why am I praying, mama? My grandma, I'm talking, when I say mama, I'm talking about my grandmother, the woman who raised me. But mama, why is he white? They had them all in the houses, they had them all in the church. So I wonder what people are saying now since Russia has released the true Messiah, his disciples, the colors, being black. I wonder what they're saying now. I guess that's a lie. See, that's what I'm saying. You know what they're saying? They're saying, you know what? Just put it out there. You can go believe it anyway. That's what they're saying. Oh, you can release it. We done got them so embedded in anything we say. If you put anything that contradicts that, they're not going to believe it. And I have people right now that oh, I don't believe that. Mm-mm. No, my mama said, yeah, my mama said this. I mean, I've been brought up Baptist. My grandmama had me in the church every Sunday. When I got old enough, I started going to church that was close, which was Pilgrim Baptist Church that sits right behind Wendy's on MLK. Devoted member, active member, work the church. The church turned on me. Because it ain't the building, it's the people. You want to say, oh, the house of God. That's the building. The house of God is the people, we, the temple. And the church turned on me. I left there and went to another one. The same thing. Left there, went to another. Same thing. Lost everything. Became homeless because I gave all my money, time, offering, seed, whatever. I believe that God told the man of God that that's what was supposed to be, and I did it. Mm, what a fool I was. I was messed up. Question: why would God tell somebody else something and then tell you? That's not how that goes. How it works is he'll tell you, and then he'll send confirmation. Especially if you ain't paying attention. Are you denouncing what you heard? Then he'll send confirmation. You'll be like, oh, you know what? Oh wow, I just had that thought or that vision or that dream, whatever. But then when you are told something that's not true, that you didn't know, I ain't gonna say not true, because I want to make sure because people take what your words and switch it up. But if you would be told something that God did tell you, and you feel it here in your gut, and you go against it anyway. Old lady told me, she said, Taylor, you have to keep information. People who come to you saying they're prophesying to you like eating fish. Eat the meat and throw away the bone. You have people who will prophesy to you hell. They'll come to you, oh God, say you about to run into the burning bush. You sitting there like a fool, accepting that. The devil is you don't you know you got power to turn away all that stuff? You gonna just sit there and let somebody just pass stuff on you? Because first of all, the English word ain't nothing but spell. So now they're speaking into your life. That's why the lady told me, she said, listen, it's like eating meat. It's eat like eating fish. Eat the meat, throw away the bone. If it don't apply, let it go. People come to me and they be saying something. I said, well, God ain't tell me nothing like that. And that's like, I know why a lot of people don't like me. And it's okay because I'm outspoken. But I do know when to speak and when not to speak. I know which fight to fight and which one I need to fight another day. I've learned that. But I'm not going to be uh, passive and just let you come and just pour a gallon of unworthy or ungodly stuff on me. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about because I've seen what the Most High what He has for me. I've seen it. That they say we know the end. We just don't know how we're going to go through to get to it. We don't know what we have to go through to get to it, but we know the end. And you don't need nobody else adding any other hell to get to that. But, and I'm an ordained prophet. I'm not going around here. If God didn't tell me to say it, I'm not saying it. I'm not going around here prophesying to people. I am a seer and a hearer. I've been it for years. And you don't hear me. This the most you may have ever heard people go because God said it's time. But I'm not going around here prophesying to people because if it ain't told, if it's not told for me to say anything, I'm not saying anything. And then I even question. Okay, God, you sure? If I'm being told to say it, it's just. But listen, know who you are. Find out who you are because you are a powerful being, very powerful. Speak those things in your life. Stop allowing this matrix to dictate what you can and cannot have. It's designed to keep you down. You have to come up out of the shell that has been placed upon our head so we can't think by ourselves. Only as far as we can think is what our paycheck says. And that is not who you are. Because my paycheck say I can't have it, I can't have it. No, that ain't As y'all say, the devil is a lie. That ain't true. You are a powerful being that can go in and create and pull stuff to you. Doors will be open for you to be able to get the things that our heart desires. Number one, our needs and our desires. So we have to stop thinking less of ourselves and stop going around saying stuff like, I can't afford that, and I can't afford this, I can't do this, and I can't do that. Can't is killing you. Just remove can't out of your vocabulary and believe in the power that's within you. You ever notice, remember this, remember the time when you set your mind and your intentions on the very thing that you desire. And it was, you be like, oh, you didn't realize it was going to happen like that because it was the intention. You pulled it to you. You ever said to yourself, you want a particular car? And then everywhere you look, you see that car. That's the power you have. You drawing it to you. Stay in that frequency. Stay in that vibration. And I promise you, it'll come to pass. But we so caught up on what we see. What we see. This here, this book, this is not your truth. The third eye. Everything starts in the unseen world, created there. Because everything that you're experiencing now, you have already created. Change it. That's for me too. Ain't just for you. I have to be first partaker of everything that come out of my mouth. So I don't like what I'm going through right now. Well, I create. They say, as a man thinketh, so is he. That's absolute truth. So if you around here thinking lack, you worrying, and you doing all of these sorts of things, there you go. You keep pulling it and bringing it into your world. Think, go in the unseen and see what you desire. See the things that you need. And see it happening. Not just see it happening. Feel it. Be happy about it. You know, and a lady came to the garden the other day, and I was in here meditating, and she came to buy some stuff. But anyway, she came in and she saw me meditating. She's like, no, I try to meditate. She said, but when I do it, I can't silence the sound in my mind. I can't quiet my mind. And she said, I only see dark. I said, well, darkness is not bad. That's where everything was first created in darkness. And as you get better, it'll start lightening up. You'll see where it's just lightening up. It takes time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So she was like, oh, okay. She was like, well, how do I quiet the sound? I said, well, I had to learn how to drip water sound, stuff like that to take my focus off me saying things or thinking about things. Because whenever you try to do something that's good for you and your soul and your intention, your spiritual being, all kind of stuff come up here. I mean, you be like thinking about the kids, thinking about dinner. I mean, when you was up and not doing anything, none of that was a bother. It's just when you trying to sit and focus on the silence and meditating so you can hear the universe, so you can tap into that unseen realm. All kinds of stuff. But if you just stay consistent, put some water sound on, put some vibration music on, put something on that would tune out all that other chaotic noise. It took me a while to do it. and I finally got it down pat. My only challenge right now is when I do it, I have to do it in the middle of the night. I do it during the day. My kids, mama, mama, mama. It's like it send them to me, So I'm like, okay, I got to do this at night when everybody's asleep, everybody quiet, and we can go ahead and get this done. So the next time I come on here, I'm gonna have some more information about this unseen, the shift in the universe. I mean, they talking about Antarctica. They talking about things that they're discovering over there. Yeah, keep following this stuff. A lot of people just feel like, oh, that ain't important. It's important to me because I don't like surprise. I like to be up on stuff, especially to that magnitude, especially doing with life or anything like that that can just come in and disrupt your peace, just like that. Just like COVID. COVID knocked everybody to their feet. And from what I've read and studied, they were talking about COVID in November, December 2019. But the president and all that was denying it. They weren't saying nothing about that. That's typically what they do. They don't talk about it until it actually happened. And now it's all on the news. It's not like they didn't know. They knew. And now you right here, we all crazy trying to figure out how we gonna do it and got to wear these masks and then it shut down the whole country. Man, that was a hot mess. But we survived it. But that was also letting us know, okay, pay attention, beware. And ever since, I tightened up my game since COVID. I don't watch the news because the news is control media, control information. You got to go, child. I be all on YouTube. I be on social media platforms. I even download some other um, reputable apps that give out information. But these news, you'd be around here blind, walking into the wall, fooling around with the news media on information because they gonna tell you it ain't so, and then when it happens, they gonna say they didn't say it. So I touched on Tybee again, y'all. Something has to be done about that. We cannot not go to the beach. We cannot just give them what they want. We're not breaking any law. We going, we go have a good time. Despite the difficult hardship that they placed upon us, we still had a good time. They had a good time. I shared videos of a Caucasian lady. She was having a good time. A picture, sorry. And she was dancing, baby. She looked like she was having her good time with them young girls. And she was rocking, honey. She was doing her thing. They captured that on camera. So I'm saying to myself, okay, what's really the problem? I know the problem. A lot of y'all don't because of the things that you've been saying. It still exists. It has not gone away. Racism is real. It's not. It has not gone anywhere at all. It just changed how it's being done. But if you pay attention now today, it's pretty much piggybacking off what happened in the 60s, in the 50s. It's getting very bolder, and they're getting away with it. So, with all that being said, I am Maura Lyle, and I will be tuning in again soon. I'm not gonna put a time out there, y'all, because between trying to get not trying to get a location, working on my new location, and among some other stuff, um, I be busy. So I don't want to say that I'm going to do something and then I don't do it because that's not my character. I make sure if I tell you I'm going to do something, I want to do it. So I'm just going to pop up. But with that being said, if you need to reach me by any information, if you need a spiritual reading or whatever the case is, More life can direct you in the place where you can get that done. Some spiritual work, candles, or whatever it is that you need. More life can help you with that too. Anyway, you know how to reach me, Taylor Washington on Facebook, Taylor Washington on Instagram. You can contact me on Two Chef Gullah Geechee Soul Food page. My number for the restaurant is still active. You can call, leave a message there. Or messenger me. Whatever it is. You can call and ask me anything you need to ask me. If I have an answer, I will answer the question. If I don't know, I'll try my best to find out. So anyway, y'all finish enjoying the remainder of this Sunday, and I will be talking to y'all soon. Peace and blessings. Out.